Anxiety is a real problem for dogs, and in today's video, I'm going to share our review of the Thundershirt, which Lambo got for Christmas to help with his anxiety. One of the most common causes of anxiety is thunderstorms and fireworks, especially on New Year's Eve. So if your dog was freaking out because they were having anxiety from the fireworks on New Year's Eve, then this video is going to be really helpful for you. Dogs get really terrified of some of these loud sounds. They can also have a separation anxiety, and there's just so many reasons why dogs experience anxiety. Welcome back to the channel, my poodle and parrot pals, and Happy New Year! Oh my golly, I have missed you guys. I took a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather, and honestly, I still feel like I need a vacation. Yeah. Lambo used to have separation anxiety, but we really worked through that, and he's so great with it now, right, Lamborghini? But he does have travel anxiety, and this started after our last relocation because the flight was quite long. After that experience, he now gets anxious on long car rides. So we've been trying a few different things to help him cope. There are many different products out there that promise that are going to help our dogs with their anxiety, from supplements to treats and special toys and different scents. But one of the most popular anxiety reducing tools that pet parents choose is the anxiety vest. So how do you comfort a dog with anxiety? Now, generally, we do not want to use medication, and we want to try and opt for more natural options. Desensitization training is a really popular way to help dogs with their anxiety, and desensitization is something that worked for us with Lambo with his separation anxiety. But desensitization training takes time, and it's not something that works right away. Where there are other methods like supplements or the anxiety vest that work much quicker. Designed to basically give your dog a big therapeutic hug whenever they're going through an anxious situation. The anxiety vest is great for things like the vet or when Lambo is scared of our robot vacuum. But if we're doing a long road trip, then we'll pair the anxiety vest with the stress gel, and that works wonders for Lambo. Previously, we tried CBD products and treats and supplements, and nothing really worked as well as the Thundershirt and the stress gel. Now, whenever possible, I like to remove Lambo from situations that make him anxious. So for example, if I know that the robot vacuum makes him anxious, then right before starting it, I'll get him ready and take him out for a walk so that we're gone for most of the time that the vacuum is out. And then when the vacuum is out and we are home, then I'll usually just cuddle him up or put the Thundershirt on. And when we can't remove him from situations, for example, we have a long road trip ahead of us, then we need to have these tools under our belt to make sure that he's feeling as comfortable, safe, and secure as possible with as little stress and anxiety as possible. What is a Thundershirt or an anxiety wrap? Both the anxiety wrap and the Thundershirt are made of lightweight, breathable material which uses maintained pressure and acupressure to relieve stress and lessen fears and anxieties in dogs. It basically provides your dog with a therapeutic hug and makes them feel like they're being hugged the entire time. Most dogs find it easy to move in one of these items, and it's easy to get on and off. The great thing about these anxiety vests is that they can be used for any type of anxiety, from generalized anxiety to something very specific like thunderstorms or fireworks. How is the Thundershirt or the anxiety wrap used? The product is used by placing it on your dog prior to a stressful event, if possible. It can also be used during the event, but it is more effective when your dog isn't already agitated or fearful. So you want to try and get ahead of the situation. For example, on New Year's Eve, you know that before midnight, there's probably going to be fireworks. So before midnight is when you'd want to put on the vest, anticipating that the anxious situation is coming soon. Sometimes we can't always do that. So it is also okay to put the anxiety vest on during the time that your dog is feeling anxious to try and relieve or reduce the anxiety. You can use this vest for all types of situations, from fireworks and thunderstorms to travel, vet visits, nail clippings, travel phobia, nervousness, separation anxiety, and more. But what are some of the signs that your dog is experiencing anxiety? If they're hiding, shaking, pacing, constant panting, teeth chattering, and excessive yawning or licking. There are other behaviors that are not so obvious, and these can include nonstop barking and howling, aggression, whining, peeing or going number 2 in the house, and destructive behavior such as tearing things up when they're left alone. So let's talk about a few tips on what to look out for when you're buying an anxiety wrap or a Thundershirt. You want to make sure first and foremost that you're getting the right size that's going to be perfectly fit for your dog. So usually you'll get the measurements on the website that you're buying from, whether it's from the website directly or Amazon or a pet store or somewhere else. And you'll be able to measure your dog to make sure that you're choosing the right size from extra small to extra large, depending on your dog. It is extremely important for you to purchase the correct size that fits your dog and not to guess on the sizing, and be not too loose but able to give your dog the comfort necessary so that the product is effective. Or you can take your dog into a pet store that sells the products and have them fit your dog. And watch videos, do your research, Google, YouTube, like this one, to know, does the product actually work and how has it worked for other dogs and how are people using it? You might be wondering, will the anxiety vest work for every dog? The simple answer to that is that it may not work in every situation and it may not work for every dog, but the success rates for the dogs that it has worked on and the different anxious situations is really high. So the likelihood of it working is really good. I can definitely say that it has worked for us and we love it, and Lambo does too. But if you have an elderly dog or you live in a place where it's really extremely hot, or your dog has heart problems, then make sure you check with your vet first before using an anxiety wrap. An alternative to anxiety vests or anxiety wraps is weighted blankets. A weighted blanket is less constricting than a compression shirt, and weighted blankets still utilize pressure to soothe an anxious pet. So how long can you keep a Thundershirt on your dog? So these are safe to have on your dog for extended periods of time, but you don't want to keep it on after the anxious situation has already passed. So let's say, for example, that your dog has separation anxiety and you need to run out to the grocery store. Then you can put this on safely and keep it on your dog while you're out of the house at the store. But once you come back, once the anxious situation is over, if the thunderstorm has ended, your guests are gone, the fireworks have stopped, the car trip is over, the vet visit is done, then you want to remove the Thundershirt. It is used for short-term use to alleviate any current anxiety or stress immediately. If it's kept on for prolonged periods of time very often, your pet may become too accustomed and it won't be as effective. We noticed that the Thundershirt worked really, really well with Lambo when our robot vacuum was out. He was so calm and it was just a world of a difference. He slept and he was relaxed and he wasn't freaking out. So that's it for today, my poodle and parrot pals. We hope that this video was helpful for you and your doggies with anxiety. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe for a good vibe. And we'll see you guys in the next video.